Hello, my name is April Curry. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your May 29th energy update and Akashic Records rant. As you may know, I'm an Akashic Records reader and an intuition development coach, and I love helping people really tap into their intuitive potential because what it does, it helps you to get back into the energy of the soul, connect to the very essence of creation, and begin to live a life that allows you to live in multidimensional universal laws instead of just this kind of physical reality law. It's quite lovely, and the only reason I bring that up is because I have experienced ever since I've been tuning into my intuition, and life has just been magical. If you're interested in joining our membership, go to the description below. We have live events every Friday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and I look forward to seeing you there. It's just $11 a month to deep dive into cultivating the aspect of you that's always been there, waiting to come out. All right, so first I'm going to tune into May 29th. Wednesday, and if I'm feeling called, I'll keep going into the next day and possibly the next day, and let's just see where we intuitively flow with it. All right, here we go. May 29th, Wednesday. So I got this neon sign that said maximum potential. What does that mean? What does maximum potential mean? To curate your existence. So what Wednesday feels like, it's a full expression. It's active. It's physically active. It feels like people are really busy taking action on the energetics of things that are showing up. It's like the physical version of it finally shows up. And this could be either a relationship, a career, a goal, possibly something coming in the mail for some of you, which I think that's funny because not a whole lot of things come in the mail anymore except for Amazon. But there might be an acceptance letter for some of you. There might be an acceptance letter for a job, college. But it does feel like the gates have opened. Like the gates are open, things are physically happening now. Where my prior readings were about, how things are in energy first, right? And then they show up in the physical form. So it feels like there's either some sprinkles of something coming in on Wednesday. And I'm also getting the message, don't dismiss it if it's small. For some of you, you have really big things coming in on Wednesday. For others, you have something really small that might not be totally noticeable. So they really want you to tune in to focus on what is being blessed, what is coming in, and really appreciating it and recognizing it. It's like a break. I got a Kit Kat break. Like I got a break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Like everything's kind of breaking off, letting loose, moving forward. Busy for some of you. For some of you, you were really busy last year and like physically busy in the world, and you're showing up in a different way, but you're being active in some form or fashion, whether it's mental, spiritual, physical. That's just what I'm picking up on. And I pulled the Magician card, manifestation, focus, clarity. Like things are coming in. It feels like everyone they're feeling like alchemists on Wednesday. What are we not aware of? What are we not aware of about Wednesday the 29th? It is going to be fast. And they want you to recognize that it's important to be aware of what you say, do, and feel, because there does feel like there's a lot of activity. You still want to be intentional with where your vibration is at and what type of thoughts you're having. Where did they reside vibrationally? Where do your actions reside vibrationally? You want to stay at this pristine energy. It does feel like there are aspects of the old world that are coming through on Wednesday, and they're giving me an analogy. It's like I was seeing two kids. One kid, super sweet kid, another one super competitive, like always wins things, and the one that's really sweet, it was like they were both in this sport, and the sweet one just loved being a part of the sport. The other one was doing it for glory. And because the sweet child was just so passionately in love with the sport, it ended up making them flourish in it. And instead of the competitive child being happy for the sweet child who was passionately successful in the sport, they tried to say mean things or bring them down. So there might be a little bit of that energy. It's all good. It's all gravy. Who cares, right? It's a reaction to success. It's a reaction to someone not knowing how to see that love can prevail. Love brings everything to you, and they don't have the ability to see that, and so they go into fear and reaction. But you are on cloud 9. You are doing great, and it does feel like there is this like monumental moment where you might be asked to evaluate yourself even more, even though everything is going great and that you've solidified this new energy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go into May 30th because it does feel like it's just coasting off of Wednesday, May 29th. So May 30th is all about valuing yourself. Like, what is your value? How do you feel about yourself? What do you feel you deserve? And on Thursday, it's asking for you to fully express that. Also, take actions on your value. Not just sitting there and being like, you know what, I'm amazing. I deserve this. I deserve that. And it's like, yes, you do. But have you been... I'm going to give an example. Let's say somebody wants to meet a really nice man that's like just on their... They envision them just being successful, secure, loving, wanting to provide, and also spiritual, and, you know, has this quality of groundedness. Great. Okay. That's what you feel like you value and deserve. But are you going to places where people like that are? You know what I mean? It's like, really evaluate your value and then take action on that. And I'm just using that as an analogy. You could do this for anything. A lot of you are reconsidering things on Thursday. And I'm like, okay, I really do like doing this, but could I do it in a different way? Or, yeah, it just feels like an evaluation day. Like I'm reevaluating and I'm seeing my value. It's so interesting with the energy as I read daily that it's like one day seems to be very expressive and the next day is kind of like look within, even though you are physically active that day. What are we not aware of about Thursday? That's so funny. That is so funny. We have the Strength card. It's just sitting in self-love, respect, unconditional love for yourself. And reciprocating, you know, giving yourself the time and the space to do so, and continue to call in and refine. Wednesday is like the day of action, things coming in, and then Thursday is like, let's refine it. So this is super great. I want to go into Friday because I feel like they're all working together. They're all working together. So we have Friday the 31st. Wow. Friday the 31st. Transformation. Exaltation. alleviation, freedom, expression. Like, there is a high on Friday. That's why I wanted to do these 3 days together, because I was feeling like this, they all stack, and I wanted to bring them together. Let's see what's going on here. Friday, what's going on Friday energetically? Progress, expansion, confidence, 3 of Wands. Everything is set. It's like everything is set energetically. We are moving forward. God, you know, I just have to say this. It's like everything that you worked for the last, I mean, your whole life, but the last 6 months, it feels like there's like almost a solidification on Friday. And I the reason why I say almost is because I feel like there are going to be more of these like refinement times where you get exactly what you want energetically, spiritually, physically. But then it's like, okay, but refine it. But Friday feels like a completion, like it's happening. Everything that you've ever wanted in your life, and this is for some people, everything that you've ever called in, for some of you, shows up on Friday. And it is a timing. Timing is interesting because the more variables there are in things that I'm reading per se, like if there's more people or if there's more businesses or if there's just all these different variables, you know, creating a final action, it's harder to read for timelines. But for some of you, what you've always wanted, what you've been calling in, comes in this week. Or it amps up into exactly what you wanted. Friday feels friggin' great. I'm like, woo, woo. Get it? Uh-huh. Let me go ahead and see. What are we not aware of on Friday the 31st? Some of you are really stepping up in the relationship aspects and department. I'm just going to also say June feels like a huge relationship month. Huge. All of these blocks and barriers are just being like, anything that you felt like was holding you back, everything is breaking away. For some of you, this is a lot of energy. And so some of you might be tired even though you're excited because there's so much like integration happening, so much expansion, so much movement and activity energetically, physically, spiritually. I like to say that because there are so many ways you can experience this energy. There's so many people out there. But it's all going up. It's all going upward from here. God, I keep pulling the same cards. That's why I wanted to do these 3 days, because it almost feels like one whole day together. God, I don't know what's going on, but I pulled the Lovers card and the Two of Cups. Huge relationship energy. Also, for some of you, your relationships are helping you call in your dream life. You've nurtured and valued people because you nurture and value yourself. And this is bringing in a lot of abundance, luck, joy, and you're not even truly trying. Now, some of you may have had trauma around security or feeling like you have everything together. But this is one of those times in your life where it's like you've released so much that you're allowing things to come in just because of your energy and your frequency. And your higher self is singing the Frozen song, Let It Go. Let it go. Be in joy. Appreciate it all. It's all coming in. And here you were worrying. Trust in the divine. You have access to multi-dimensional spaces that allow you to create anything and everything that is possible. Anything that you've seen in your dreams and in your visions. they do come true. They are true. They are here already. They express who you are as a soul to its totality. And how beautiful is it to express it in this world right now? If you can express your soul energy on earth, you've completed so many chapters in one chapter. And I want to stress and express to you, that's one of the hardest things to do in the universe. I'm just like getting that message. To live consciously, to live a multidimensional life as a human, consciously, is one of the hardest things to do in the universe. And when you learn how to do that and how to bring it into this physical world, it's a miracle. And it's like there's so many of you getting it right now. And that's rad. That's rad. I do want to bring something up about food, because I know a lot of you are going through it. Your body is changing a lot. What your body physically needs is changing. So it's great to tap into and ask your body, what do you need now? What are you wanting? What are you craving? What nutrients do you need? What are we supposed to let go of? Because even if your diet is healthy, your body might be rejecting it. And the reason why that's happening, a lot of people's light bodies and energy bodies are changing. We are leveling up to something new, something different, and our body requires new things, different nutrition, different ways of living. And so it's a great time right now to see what that is. Ask your channel, get in meditation, and ask those things. And hey, if you ever need like a reading on any of this stuff, I do one-to-one readings. I love them to death. They're my favorite. I love doing one-to-one readings and tuning into these specifics. So if you'd like to do one of those, go ahead, description below. Let's go ahead and see what we have for the Akashic Records rant here. Okay. It's funny, when I said Akashic Records rant, I have a Jesus that like just sits next to me over here. And Jesus is not just a Christian energy. Jesus is for everybody. Jesus is, for me, and I'm just going to rant on about Jesus here, is one of those divine energies that shows me what's possible. And that might be why I immediately looked at him, because a lot of you right now are learning how to live like Jesus in the modern world. And I'm getting the message that is one of the hardest things to do, not only just on earth, but in the way that we live and exist in our society. We've put even more hard barriers in our way to live in that energy. But Jesus is a great example of how we're all meant to live. And I feel like I'm going to leave it at that, because I want you to just sit with this. Some of these rants, I really would love to hear that some of you guys tapped in and leave some comments about what you received. I like to leave some of this open-ended, so you go and study it and share with me what you received. The more people that share, the more we grow. So, all right, guys, have a lovely, lovely Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and have a fabulous day. Bye.